my baby, my Valentine. Can I hit the making with temperature days? If you leave me, I'll go. I swear, you are like the oxygen I need to survive. I'll be honest. Loving the thought of me, I am so obsessed. I want to never need it. Make us see love. Yeah, my love. Make me bad man. I go spend. Talk all they want, I don't care what they say, cause your matter. Now in my con, they carry for my head every night. Now you I want it. No, 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 don't tell me no, no, no. You can be my partner, never riding solo, no. And we got lucky, no need to. I'm feeling what you're doing, no, yeah, baby, gotta go, gotta go. Your body, they make I see you. Now you where they got my fancy. When they do me, I give party. Oh, no, 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 no. Or should I be early in the morning? Oh yeah, shake it, make it send my money. Call me Mr. Bean, I go make you. Hey, give me, baby, make you give me. I go show you love and I go take you to my city. Don't need to make I look pity. You won't make us sing to me before you go see me. Fine girl, you know your body bad. Same body bad can make it for Ghana. Here, dancing for me, baby, pan. Come and give me show.
Let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting Charlotte Hornets. At power forward, P.J. Washington. At the other forward position, Gordon Hayward. At center, Mason Plumlee. At shooting guard, Terry Rozier III. At the other guard position, LaMelo Ball. The head coach of the visiting team is Steve Clifford.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Well, thanks very much, guys. Of course, the NBA has had some legendary trash talkers. But Damian Lillard says it's not really a verbal assault like it used to be. In this era, it's more gestures. From the watch your head to the too small or rock the baby to Trae Young's theatrical bows, players have their ways of sending a message. Kevin?
And the message usually received, DA. Thank you. And a look at the starters for the Hornets. Rozier on the wing along with Hayward. The big men on the floor. It's Washington and Plumlee. And it's Ball in at the 1 spot. And for the Raptors, inside for him, it's Barnes and Siakam. VanVleet in the backcourt. Trent Jr. to his side. And it's Anunoby in at the 3 spot.
The Raptors are only a few years removed from its championship in 2019. Boy, a lot has changed since then.
And so off the tip, it's Toronto. Here's Trent driving in. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
A lot of change. Toronto is without some of the key pieces from that title team, and it wasn't that long ago. But, Greg, they haven't had to go through a full rebuild. There are some remaining parts.
Listen, the talent they have is still undeniable. They've got a good mix of young up-and-comers and players in the prime of their career. And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second-chance opportunities can be game-changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
And here is Rozier, following the three-pointer by Siakam. Buries it from three-point range.
Ball will not let his opponent just own the arc. He can knock it down from there, too. So competitive.
For 3, VanVleet. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Talk about a great start. 3 of 3 from the field to get the game going. They're cooking with gas, folks.
From outside the arc. The shot, no good. So the Raptors will take it the other way. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
Well, it really showed the trust they have in one another. I love how they got after it, and you could feel that they were playing for each other.
And here is Rozier, following the three-pointer by Siakam. A shot by Washington, and he's wide open. Toronto grabs the miss. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring.
Yeah, and you know what? I expect them to go deep into the bench again tonight. Give those guys on the bench a chance to have an expanded role, but also give those starters some reps.
Plumlee sets the pick for Ball. Shoots over VanVleet. Blocked again.
And you can see they're struggling from the field.
But still early. I mean, they've just got to trust their offense and work to get stops.
Anunoby, good.
And they've come out on fire, perfect from the field.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Yeah, and the second chance points, guys, mean a lot over the course of a game. And they just had so few opportunities. And I think that was their Achilles heel.
Yeah, I agree. Hard to win games when every offensive possession is one shot, then a jog back the other way to play defense.
It's time for defense.
check out some stats for Ball. His last 10 games have been exceptional, and he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And as you mentioned, top 3 in assists right now. He does a great job of running the offense, spotting the open guy, and making the sound delivery. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Hayward can't hit.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
When the middle of the season rolls around, Clark, how much value do you think there is in keeping an eye on the standings, seeing what the other teams are doing?
You know, Kevin, I think it's a balancing act depending on your team and the makeup of your squad, where you are in the standings. In some cases, it could be a powerful motivator, but I don't think it should be something that discourages you. You have to keep an eye on what's real and what you can control. There's still time for some dramatic shakeups as the season unfolds.
Shooting 2. First free throw is good.
Now, there's one thing that's become clear about this Hornets team. They've become one of the best passing teams in the league.
Trent hits them both. And Charlotte's passing has improved a lot in the last few seasons. Greg, even more.
Yeah, their assist numbers have been terrific, and they keep their turnovers to a minimum. That's a trend you want to see continue.
Now here's Hayward, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
And you cannot leave anybody open on Ball's team because this guy is excellent at finding his teammates.
They get it again. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And a good time here to go over our 2K leaderboard and see which point guards have had the hottest hand at the free throw line over the last 10 games. Fourth, LaMelo Ball.
Well, if these guys can get to the line, there's not much question what the outcome's going to be. So it sort of prevents the D from being as aggressive as they'd like to be against them.
Yeah, because of their shooting ability, they get a little more space than the average point guard. Maybe they'll miss a shot from the floor, but if you send them to the line, those points are almost guaranteed.
VanVleet attacking. Uses the glass to finish the layup. VanVleet's got 5.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Now here's Plumlee. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Raptors in Toronto. Connects from three-point range.
Well, I like the fact that this is something Ball continues to work on, that deep shot of his. He knows he's got to be a threat from deep to expand his game.
VanVleet can't get that one to fall.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Hayward finds Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Assist goes to
About as easy an assist as you could have that time for Rozier.
And Barnes has got the ball here for the Raptors. 6-point game. Traps in the tray.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Charlotte has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Washington sets the pick for Rozier. The kick out to Ball. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. So timeout called here. The first for Toronto.
If you want a free shirt, you need to be a super fan. And that means bringing home the boys you've got right now.
Raptors leading by 9. For 3, VanVleet. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
The Hornets have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. And Fred VanVleet, a player who has always shot well from outside.
And Kevin VanVleet has continued to kind of take on more of an offensive load, increased his volume while maintaining efficiency. Not every player able to do that. And
here's VanVleet from the arc. Plumlee with the rebound. Hornets trail by 9. Hayward outside. Over Trent. Here's Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
And here is Rozier following Fred VanVleet's 3. Here's Ball. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
That's his first personal foul.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And how exciting it must be to have LaMelo Ball, Clark, on your team.
Kevin, clearly one of the most exciting guards in the league. The anticipation was through the roof for Ball, and needless to say, I think he's lived up to it.
After winning the 2021 Rookie of the Year, LaMelo Ball was even better this sophomore campaign. He continues to grow his game.
Took him no time at all on that one. Trent's got 7 points in the game.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
And here is Ball. After Gary Trent Jr. made the last 3-pointer.
Already in his career, we've seen the numerous ways in which Ball can score. He's got a lot in his package.
For Charlotte, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
LaMelo Ball at the line for 2.
The first one falls.
Well, I tell you, I like Ball's mental makeup for such a young guy. Plays with patience and the wisdom of a 10-year vet, and he produces in every area.
Flynn's checked in for Fred VanVleet. Good on both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Toronto leading by 8. A 3 from Barnes, and the 3 ball is good. He's got 6.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, they're doing everything right. How about that? I mean, this could turn into a blowout very quickly.
Now, here's Ball. 24-point outing in their last game against Toronto.
You know, as a playmaker, Ball can look off the defender and drop dimes with either hand.
Washington against Barnes. He takes it in, and the dunk by Barnes.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
And here are the Hornets now. The Raptors getting the bucket. Hayward kicks to Rozier. The basket good off the assist from Hayward.
To me, this is Rozier's game in a nutshell. A confident, quick-thinking, shoot-first point guard.
And the Raptors call time here.
It's that time with your North
And some changes here for the Hornets. Nick Richards, he's checked in for Plumlee. McDaniels comes in for P.J. Washington. And it's Cody Martin in for Gordon Hayward. Toronto leading by 8. The three from Barnes gets the three-pointer to fall. Barnes has got 11.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Passes it to Ball. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Now, here's Ball. He's got 16. Greg, when you look at Toronto, they have a lot of length and defensive switchability.
They swarm opposing stars and tend to make it very difficult in those passing lanes. So great profile for a modern NBA defense.
Williams, he's checked in for Charlotte. Hornets trail by 11. Inside. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Launches it. And that one's good. Barnes. 16 points for him.
And how about the performance we're seeing from him? Not one miss on the day.
Ball, the pass to Williams. Outside, Martin. There's McDaniels. Sinks the three-pointer.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Going inside, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Now, here is Martin. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Williams, a screen on Flynn. Ball. The shot comes out, so the Raptors will take it the other way. Pass to Barnes. It's rebounded by Charlotte. And here's Martin. Now the pass to Richards. Knocked away and stolen by Flynn. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for Terry Rozier. Now Martin. Off on the layup.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
And the penetrating ability of Anunoby, confident when it comes to attacking the defense.
Trent against Martin. Here's the screen. He kicks the ball. Williams trying to break free. Second shot opportunity, and Ball puts it in. Ball's got 18 points.
Boy, nice work that time by LaMelo Ball to follow the miss of his teammate. He's not afraid to get his hands dirty either.
And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
When that happens, you simply just hope they start cooling off.
Now, here's Ball. 18 points for him. Broke loose. Williams dishes the ball. Launches a three. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Bulls got 21 in the game.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Toronto.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Another big component of their game early on has been their execution on the fast break. They're getting a bunch of easy baskets, pushing it in transition.
The free throw drops for Flynn. Maladon's checked in for Charlotte. Dennis Smith comes in for Ball. And both free throws good from Flynn. 1:03 left here in the first quarter. Smith kicks to McDaniel. Back to Smith. Williams a screen on Flynn. Here's Smith. It is now to Williams. Good on the shot.
Can't leave anybody open around Smith. I mean, he finds them quickly. Love his court awareness.
Raptors leading by 12. Here's Achua. The shot's good on the assist by Flynn.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Here's Smith. After Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. Pass to Maladon. It's up a three. Doesn't go that time. So the Raptors will take it the other way. Here's Benton. Rebound by Williams.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Rejected. Passes to Maladon. This one for three. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Scotty Barnes making things happen for the Toronto Raptors. They kept going to him again and again. And he delivered with a monster quarter. Right back after this break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And guys, the Raptors enjoying a nice lead here.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
Greg, Father Time is undefeated, and every player has to make the decision when it's time to retire. How big a factor was age for you?
Well, you don't want to leave anything on the table, but your body will tell you when it's time. I know that was the case for me.
Setting the floor for the Hornets. The big men on the floor. It's Washington and Plumlee. Rozier on the wing along with Hayward. And it's Maladon in at the guard position.
They're taking it right into the teeth of the defense, and it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
Well, they should be. I mean, it has not been a good performance for them at that end of the floor.
In the corner, it's Hayward. Washington sets the pick for Hayward. Over in the corner, Washington. And the three off target. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this. A nice shot by Flynn.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, you may not know this, but Gordon Hayward was a two-time Indiana State singles champion in tennis. He says, in high school, I was better at tennis than basketball, but I've always loved hoops more. Thankfully, I was able to grow throughout high school to get to the frame I have now. He has certainly filled out in the NBA. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, he sure has. He's been a terrific player to watch and follow. The injury is significant, but he continues on. David, thanks. Raptors leading by 18. To the wing on the left. Here's Siakam. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Rozier the pass to Washington. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist.
For 3.
Rozier's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Flynn. He's got 10. Oh, that's blocked. They retain possession. Achua, no good. Hornets trail by 17. Maledon passes to Rozier. Now Washington covered by Achua. And then Washington with the dunk.
Boy, we're going to see lots of those. Washington can really get up. He's got a little main streak in him, too, which I like.
Takes a shot at the elbow. Achua, no good.
All he needed right there was simply to set himself up and then relax and shoot the ball. He threw himself off balance for no reason.
Maledon passes to Washington. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Raptors leading by 12. Here's VanVleet. Here he goes. And just miss after miss right now. Charlotte's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Pass to Plumlee. Out to Hayward. There's the triple. A three-pointer is right on target. Hayward's got it back down to within single digits for the Hornets.
You know, after suffering a grisly foot injury in 2017, nobody would have blamed Gordon Hayward if he walked away from basketball entirely.
For Charlotte, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Maledon passes to Rozier. To the inside. Good. That one on target for Maledon. Maledon's got his second bucket of the night.
And what you admire about Hayward is his resiliency. He's had to battle to get back on the floor, and boy, is he still playing.
All credit to him, Greg. I mean, he's still contributing at a very high level, and just the sacrifice and the journey he's taken coming back from injury to be as productive as he is now. I mean, this is a guy you can still count on to get you big buckets when you need it. He's a real quality wing player.
And we may have an injury here that does not look good.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, this is why you build out your depth as best you can. I mean, you just never know when injuries might show up.
And it's in there.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
They keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
Now here's Plumlee. 8 points for him. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Terry Rozier is one competitive dude. He has a lot of fire in his game.
You can hear it when you listen to him in interviews, Greg. I mean, he'll tell you what his approach is. He says losing is not an option in terms of his mentality. He plays every game, every possession like it's do or die.
That's good from Rozier. Terry Rozier, that 2019 sign and trade changed his career.
You know, going from Boston to Charlotte, Scary Terry got an increased role with the Hornets, and sometimes that's all a player needs. He became a starter there, doubled his scoring average, and it was really a hand-in-glove fit for Rozier.
Nick Richards, he's checked in for the Hornets. LaMelo Ball comes in for Maledon. And both free throws good for Rozier.
You know, Rozier is known as an energy guy, but he's also a talented scorer who has a real hunger to continue to improve.
The Hornets on offense. They're on a 15-6 run. Dishes to Ball. Good defensive work there by Young. And so Young will bring it up for Toronto. Boucher with the ball. Picked up by Rozier. Boucher's shot is off.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And there's the pass to Ball. Sinks the triple. Ball's got 24 points.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Here's Boucher. Here's Young. And the layup falls. And the Raptors lead by 10.
You know, you look at Thaddeus Young, his motor on display there on the board. One of the reasons he's carved out such a productive, long NBA career.
Hayward outside. For the three. And another three for Charlotte.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Toronto leading by 7. Manton, the pass to Boucher. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. The Hornets have gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. Back to Ball. Six to shoot. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
Well, I tell you what separates Ball from a lot of players his age is that his footwork is advanced. He's got almost a PhD in footwork.
Good on the three-point shot.
Not a bunch of energy from the defense, which is why he was free to knock that down.
And it's Ball in the corner. Fires the three. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got his third assist on the night.
And once again, the defense allowing him to get a clean look at that triple. He continues to do some big-time damage from downtown.
No doubt about it on that finish by Young.
Here's Ball. Boucher with the rebound. Raptors leading by 7. Barnes down low. Defended by Hayward. And that one's good. Barnes.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And there's a whistle that goes on Scotty Barnes. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Hornets. McDaniels comes in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Dennis Smith in for Terry Rozier. Washington finds Smith. Smith with a screen on Trent. Ball, the pass to McDaniels. Cranes the three-pointer. McDaniels got 6.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And so it's Charlotte with it. Trailing here by 8. Now here's Ball. He has 29. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
Boy, he's making it look really easy right now. I expect them to continue to run the offense through him until the defense makes them change plans.
Now here's Barnes. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Here's McDaniels. The three-pointer, no good. Raptors leading by 9. Covered by Smith. On the corner. A rebound by Washington. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved. A full team effort.
And it's time for an injury report. Let's get an update now on Fred VanVleet. What's the status, David?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, I got some news from Toronto's head athletic trainer. He told me that it's a sprained knee, and while he is in extreme pain right now, he appears to have escaped without suffering any tears. don't want to hear this news, as most teams are starting to hit their stride. So they're going to miss him while he's recovering from this injury. Kevin?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
With the step back. And Gary Trent gets the whistle that time.
Gary Trent.
That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his.
You know, Greg, the league trending towards small ball, but some teams are having success playing 2 bigs up front.
And I think the key is having versatile big men. If they can space the floor and play in space, also be able to cover smaller players, why not get the added rebounding and rim protection?
Here's Richard. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Pass to Mark. Out to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Over in the corner, Williams. And shot on the way. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Smith with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Offensive rebound. Raptors leading by 10. Here's Benton. No good on the 3. The Hornets shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. And here is McDaniel. 11 points for him in that last game against Toronto.
And he also dominated the glass out there. He hit the boards hard and often.
A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Now, here is Smith. Poked away. Benton, the pass to Barnes. Nailed from three-point land. Barnes has got 8 points in the quarter.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Charlotte calls timeout.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
It's that time, man. Teaser time.
He's checked in for Thaddeus Young. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Lumley's checked in. 1:19 left in the first half of the game. McDaniels kicks to Smith. He dishes it to Williams. McDaniels passes to Smith. Got a piece of it.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Achua. From outside, off the mark. Hornets trail by 17. Smith outside. McDaniels with the ball. And it's Trent picking him up. Now here's McDaniels. He's guarded closely. Williams can't hit.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Yeah, I love the energy they're playing with. I say it this way. Good teams, championship teams, play against the game as much as they play against the opponent. Nice uptick here in their second chance points in this quarter.
On deep, Trent. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Toronto taking a 19-point lead into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Clifford. What was the biggest problem for your guys in the first half?
Well, you know what? We're a defensive team first, and we've been good defensively. We've been organized. We weren't that in that first half, and that's what we got to concentrate on to get the game going back our way.
See if you revert back to your form in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And hello, everybody. What an amazing first half performance it's been for the Toronto Raptors.
They've been running away with this game, pushing the pace. They're steamrolling those guys.
They say speed kills. I don't know if it beats size, but hey, keep running, fellas.
And a lot going on around the league as we speak. Let's take a look. The Nets have the lead out in Brooklyn against Boston. A close one in the first quarter.
Love the action in that one so far. Might be tight all the way until the end, Ernie.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Man, we're seeing a tremendous game from LaMelo Ball.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And, you know, that's not a job they asked him to do very often, but in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
Anunoby in at the forward, with Barnes next to him. Then it's Pascal Siakam. Then it's Gary Trent. And it's Banton in at the point. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. Hornets trail by 19. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. A busy few years for Nick Nurse. In 2019, he helped lead the Raptors to the title, and he was the 2020 Coach of the Year. He says, it means a lot to me that this city and this country loves this team so much. We can go out there and give them something to be proud of. Of course, Kevin, he's been a key part of that success. Back to you.
Maybe the single most important part of their success, D.A. Thank you so much. Shots good by Siakam.
And Siakam always has options in the mid-range. He's a talented shooter who can make that shot. And you watch the way that Siakam plays. It can get you in the open court or in half-court sets. Great forward who gives you a little bit of everything.
Siakam for 3. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take it.
Now, here's Rozier. He has 5. Here's Plumlee over Siakam.
And you have to be impressed with Siakam's length, especially when you see him put it to use defensively.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And for Siakam, Greg, he almost epitomizes the modern forward.
And that's not to say he's the best forward, but he displays all the skills you now expect from that position. Solid player who any team would love to have.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Rozier, the pass to Plumlee. Trent with it. Now guarded by Plumlee. All alone. And finished off by Siakam.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Charlotte calls timeout.
Speaks of the night to myself. It's time for your Northside Crew.
And Toronto making a change. Flynn's checked in. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Gordon Hayward.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Rozier, he's got 5. Kicks the ball. To end the run. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first.
And Ball really confident even amongst the big fellas inside, which is why he's able to draw these fouls.
The Hornets shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
Take a break.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
And he makes the first. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Barnes with it. Picked up by Rozier. Trying to get open as Trent. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating. I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
So Rozier will bring it up for Charlotte. Passes it to Washington. And it's denied. Sent back by Siakam. Plumlee sets the pick for Hayward. Down low. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
I think it's always a good idea to let Hayward go to work in the pick and roll. I mean, his decisions and his timing and execution are usually right on.
The Hornets have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Pass to Plumlee. There's Ball with the 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. Ball's got 5 points now this quarter.
Ball showing a lot of effervescence on the offensive end, and it's probably infectious for the rest of his squad.
The Hornets have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Hayward kicks to Rozier. Tries from 7. And Barnes sends it back. On the wing, Rozier. He can't get it to go. Now Toronto takes it the other way. Here's Flynn. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Here is Hayward. 8 points for him. There's the pass to Ball. Tries again. And Barnes sends it back. Siakam against Washington. And Pascal Siakam with the 3. Siakam's got 18 points. Breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Toronto.
Phenomenal work on the defensive end so far. That stands out the most. They've made it their mission to block shots and make things hard for the opposition.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Nick Richards, he's checked in for Plumlee. And it's meant. Oh!
What a phenomenal athlete Siakam is. Just taking off and finishing with power at the rim.
Charlotte's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Rozier the pass to Richards. Stripped it away. Now, here's Anunoby. Defense right on him. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%. And the Hornets shooting an ugly 27% since halftime. Rozier for 3. Hits it from 3-point range. He's got 8.
You know, when Rozier gets a look he likes for the 3-point shot, he'll knock it down on you.
Here's Flynn. They get it back. Here's Siakam. And the shot goes down. Siakam's got 22.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Kept alive. Out to Hayward from downtown. That shot is off. Toronto's gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. Charlotte's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Hayward can't hit. The Raptors shooting with confidence. Wow, 66% from the floor. The 3 from Barnes. Up and in. That's his 10th make in the contest. He has only taken 13 shots.
With the ball on the string, just getting anywhere he wants to go.
Paladon passes to Richards. Here's Rozier. From 13, it's hauled in by the Raptors. Siakam's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
Charlotte shooting here about 46% for the game. Pass to Rozier. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got 5 assists tonight.
Hayward really an unselfish guy, willing to share the rock and get his teammates some opportunity.
Barnes down low. Defended by Hayward. And that one's good. Barnes.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Rozier for three. Hits the three-point bomb. Rozier's got 8 points in the quarter.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Trent. The rebound by Richards. Richards got rebound number 5 here tonight. Charlotte moving it around. Washington passes to Rozier. On the shot clock to the middle, and down it goes. Dunk threw off a wonderful assist.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Siakam for 3. And Rozier pulls it down. So Rozier will bring it up for the Hornets. Inside. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And Siakam throws it down.
Wing with a solid all-around skill set. Siakam is developing into a quality go-to scorer.
Now here's Melodon. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And Scotty Barnes, the Rookie of the Year in 2022 in the NBA.
And you could argue he was maybe the biggest surprise of the 21 draft. Made a huge impact on the floor immediately. If you did a redraft that fast, he'd be closer to the top.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And up to this point on the season, he's set a pace of right around 73% when he gets to the line.
Take a break. And guys, that's an increase in his free throw percentage from last year. Maybe not a large one, but it is a little bit higher, so you've got to like that progress.
The first free throw is good. And some changes here for the Hornets. Williams, he's checked in for Washington. McDaniels comes in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Cody Martin in for Rozier. Both good from the line that time. Toronto's gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. Here's Flynn. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Flynn's got 4 points in the quarter. Charlotte has gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. McDaniels dishes to Martin. Passes it to Melodon. Just 4 to shoot. Williams. And Boucher sends it back. And the Raptors call time here.
All right, fans, time to fire off the t-shirts. You're welcome.
Smith is checked in for Nick Richards.
Dennis Smith, Jr.
Let's go to the 2K leaderboard and look at the NBA's best rebounding teams for this last month. 5th on the list, the Hornets.
I mean, they've taken their rebounding to another level, getting physical and playing with a ton of energy.
Toronto's gone 4-6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. Here's Benton. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Here's Melodon. Charlotte again missing.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
The Raptors have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
Delano Danton at the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Smith. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to McDaniels. Back to Smith. Williams, a screen on Flynn. Smith with it, picked up by Flynn. Here's Melodon. It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
3-point.
Melodon's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Here's Achua. The dunk by Achua.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Well, the Hornets shooting is leaving some to be desired. Just 36% here in the 3rd quarter.
You make your teammates better by giving them good passes. That one was perfect.
This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing. Oh, Kevin, not a penny, not a Manny, but a facial.
Bounce to the outs, Greg. Yeah, showing off the bunnies.
He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
And Anunoby sends it back. Boucher against Martin. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And they're also ranked 3rd in terms of points off turnovers. Great anticipation, quick hands, and really no hesitation getting up the floor.
And what their turnover ranking tells you is that they play mistake-free basketball. Being smart with the ball is at the top of their to-do list. A free throw drops for Flynn. And both free throws good from Flynn.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Now, here's Melodon. D right on him. Here's Smith. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Achua's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Benton. Rebound by Smith. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. The pass to Melodon. Shoots. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Melodon's got 9 points.
Ooh, that is a tough shot.
Here's Achua. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. So it's the Hornets now. There's 57 seconds left in the third. Here's Melodon. It's hauled in by Achua. Achua's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Anunoby. Misses with the tough leaning jump shot. Charlotte has gone downtown a lot since halftime. They've missed 5 of their 9 attempts out there. Pass to Melodon. Crafty move. Martin wide open. He fires. It's good from long range. Martin's got his first 3 points of the game.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
A nice shot by Flynn.
You know, it went down, guys, but still unusual to go to the leaner there with so much space around him.
Smith with it. No points in the game yet for him. And Boucher sends it back. And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
They're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time defense.
There's 14 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Ball. From 8 feet away, he drops it in.
Assisted by
38 points for LaMelo Ball. Into the lane. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Williams, that's for 2. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the Raptors opening up a huge gap. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Here's Toronto, and on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth. We've got Bouknight. He's out there with Cody Martin, and it's Williams at the 4 slot. Now here's Bouknight. He's tightly guarded. And player nicknames are a fun part of covering the game. Now a lot of guys, GA, are just going with their initials, like KD, or AD, or KG. Do we need more creativity?
I don't know, Kevin. Maybe the league could give guys a cash bonus for picking a nickname. Initials excluded. That might spark some creativity.
Martin from outside cans it from downtown.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Here's Benton. The shot's good on the assist by Flynn. Flynn's got 5 assists tonight.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Passes to Thor. Takes the 3. They get it back.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Young passes to Flynn. Toronto working the ball around now. The rebound by Richards. Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. Pass to Bouknight. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. And the pass to Thor. Just 5 to shoot. 9 feet out. Rejected by Young.
Thaddeus Young using that expansive wingspan to put that shot in reverse.
And Young with the basket on the assist by Flynn. Flynn's got 6 assists in the game. So here's Book Knight, covered by Flynn. Pass to Williams. And he drops it in from the low post. 8 points for Williams.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Here's Young driving inside.
A combination of speed and size from Young, really hard to deal with.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Pass to Martin to the inside. Williams, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
You know, this has been a totally different half for him. He definitely looks more comfortable now, guys.
Here's Young. Here's Benton, and he converts the layup.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Here's the teardrop, and good that time. Here's Benton. Here's Young, and he drives in.
And Young just rising up to finish the play. Great drive and finish there.
Hornets have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. Pass to Thor. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Williams. Rebound by the Raptors.
You're not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Here's Hernan Gomez. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Well, you can just see Young there, keeping his head up and staying aware of that play to get the assist. That's keeping your eyes on the game in front of you.
And the NBA last season announced the creation of 6 new trophies for the division winners and named them after 6 pioneering players.
Kevin, anytime you can connect the past, the legacy of the league, to the present in meaningful ways, I think that's a winning situation. I mean, greats like Wayne Embry, Sam Jones, Willis Reed, who paved the way for generations of black players. I mean, I think it's a great move to recognize them and continue to realize the importance they played in helping to build the foundation on which the league stands.
Smith, the pass to Martin. That one drops for him. And that's now 10 points for Martin.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too. He hit a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
Richards passes to Melodon. Knocks down the 3-ball.
And that's his second triple of the half. None for him going into the break.
Here's Benton. The shot's good on the assist by Flynn. Flynn's got his 8th assist in the game.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Smith, the pass to Melodon. And there's another one for the Hornets.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
And here is Melodon. They set the pick. The 11-footer. Here's Richards. It's not going to go for him. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And the Raptors call time here.
Ladies and gentlemen, your wrestler,
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Scotty Barnes.
We saw outstanding focus and really good energy from him all the minutes he was on the floor. He was determined to make an impact every time he touched the ball, and he did just that. Guys on both squads could learn a lot from what he did here tonight.
He's played up to his full potential tonight, and he's been playing to the crowd, too. He loves being the star attraction, even if it doesn't happen on a regular basis. The Raptors have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Offensive rebound. The layup off target.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Outside, Martin. The pass to Williams from 10 feet out. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Williams has got 8 points here in this quarter. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Benton. Makes it off the glass.
As he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter, he's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Pass to Maladon. And then Maladon with the dunk.
Making strides in this area is Dennis Smith Jr. looking to dish it, which makes his team better.
Toronto calls timeout.
And now is that time to grab a free shirt. And the champion is coming your way, man. Here they are, your North Side Crew.
Achua, he's checked in for Toronto. Barnes comes in for Hernan Gomez.
Scotty Barnes.
And it's Barnes with the ball for Toronto. Here's Flynn. They grab their own miss. And so it's Charlotte with it. Now Smith. And the play-in tournament, Greg, is here to stay, but the terminology is somewhat in limbo. Is that going to be part of the playoffs?
You hear people say it's not the playoffs, it's the play-in. Maybe the term postseason should cover both the play-in and the playoffs. Something to think about.
And you know he's finishing when he gets that close. Count it.
Here's Smith. Passes it to Melodon. There's the drive. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Scotty Barnes picks one up.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Both shots good from the stripe. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Here's Young. Hornets with the rebound. Richards got his 8th rebound here tonight. Smith feeling it out a bit. Outside Williams. Beyond the arc. Toronto grabs the miss. Benton's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Flynn. The dunk by Achua.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint.
Guys, it's all about persistence on the offensive glass. You just can't ever give up on a play.
To the paint. It's tipped. Here's Flynn driving the lane. The basket good off the assist from Young. Flynn's got 4 points this quarter.
A fantastic heads-up play there from Young to find the open man.
Now here is Smith. Pass to Martin. From deep. It's hauled in by Achua. Just a single rebound away from a double-double.
Yeah, you know, he has been unrelenting. Hard to match his intensity.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they had.
Martin with the bucket.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
And the Raptors shooting and hitting almost everything here in the 4th, up around 58% from the field. Here's Benton, and another basket for Toronto.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
And no let-up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
Smith the pass to Melodon. And it's the Hornets, another 3.
You know, he's got to be exasperated right now, fellas. I mean, playing excellent ball, but they're still losing.
Here's Barnes. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And there's the pass to Melodon. Lets a floater go. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Here's Benton over Williams. Shot's good by Benton. Benton's got 31.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Here's Smith. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds to the Hornets as Charlotte retains possession. And here is Melodon. Feeds it to Williams. An easy 2 points on the way.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
Here's Achua, and there's the drive.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
Flynn against Smith. Down low. Here's Williams. It's deflected, and he recovers it to the middle. And finished off by Williams.
Got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Here's Flynn. And he overshot that one, missing.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Smith dishes to Williams. Pass to Maladon. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
I'm shocked that he didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Raptors.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And talk about putting pressure on your opponent. Tonight's win will move their record to 2-0 in the season series with 2 left to be played against the Hornets.
Banton, rebound by Williams. And the Raptors call time here. They're leading by 30. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
It's that time with your Northside Crew.
There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the Raptors miss again. Smith outside. Floats one. Second chance shot. And Williams lays it in.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Now, here's Maladon. Out to Smith. over Flynn. And there's another one for the Hornets.
I love the mid-range game of Smith. We don't see that a lot from a bunch of players nowadays, but he's constantly looking to let it fly from here.
Count that one.
Oh, I tell you what a well-designed play, executed beautifully, too.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long, everyone.